But it's going to get better. Absolutely certain of that.
The damage is unbelievable. The death toll is climbing. At least 22 are confirmed dead so far. Search and rescue efforts in many places still happening tonight. The destruction across Kentucky comes just 2 weeks before Christmas, and it may end up being the most significant and historic weather event ever in the Commonwealth. So many eyes have been on Mayfield. It is one of the hardest hit areas. Dozens are feared dead after a tornado ripped through the town, causing heartbreaking loss. WDRB's Travis Ragsdale takes us to the small town to see what's left.
It will go down as one of the most devastating. WDRB News.
Parts of Taylor County were devastated by storms early this morning as well. Mitchell Wooldridge and his family took shelter in his basement around 3 in the morning. He says seconds after he told his family to get down on the ground, a piece of wall fell and hit him, knocking him over. Mitchell and his family were eventually rescued by neighbors.
All you could hear was just...
At 10:30 tonight, the Wooldridge family walks us through the damage at their home and shows us where they took shelter when the walls started falling in on them. A tornado in Bowling Green is likely responsible for at least 10 deaths there. As WDRB's Lauren Smith shows us, it left a trail of destruction.
Parts of Bowling Green news.
Okay, so we've shown you the damage from these storms, but there's a lot in between Mayfield, Bowling Green, and Taylor County that we haven't seen yet. There's no doubt about it. This was a storm for the ages. Meteorologist Hannah Strong with how these tornadoes will go down in history. Hannah.
Well,
But first, it is WDRB News Alert. The president touches down in Kentucky. He arrived at Fort Campbell about an hour ago on board Air Force One. President Biden was greeted on the tarmac by Governor Andy Beshear and his father, former Governor Steve Beshear. President Biden is getting a firsthand look at the destruction left behind after tornadoes killed dozens and destroyed hundreds of homes. We have crews across western Kentucky. The first place President Biden will visit is hard-hit Mayfield. That's where we find WDRB's Valerie Chen. Val?
WDRB News.
21 deaths have been confirmed in Graves County. 8 of those deaths were at the candle factory in Mayfield. Family members say they were texting with one of the victims right before the tornado touched down.
She had sent.
On Sunday afternoon, family members got the heartbreaking news that 52-year-old Jill Monroe had died. The family says they're still making arrangements to get her body so that she can be laid to rest. A lot of people are asking us how they can help. Leaders in the hard-hit areas say they need financial donations the most. The need for supplies changes every day, and the money helps buy what's needed most. The best way to donate is through the United Way, American Red Cross, or the state's Western Kentucky Relief Fund. You can find those donation websites on WDRB.com.
I'm Valerie Chen.
I'm Chris Sutter. Nice to see you. It's great to be back, isn't it? It seems like it's been forever. And what an award for us for going through that really not great year
yes,
to
the
experience
pandemic.
this, of course, at Churchill Downs. Let's get right over to Jude Redfield for a look at how it's shaping up for the rest of the weekend. What's up, Jude?
Oh, good morning.
And when you come to the track today, you'll notice some changes, though.
Including a man carrying a sign around the paddock that's reminding you to wear your mask. We saw him earlier today. I assume there are more of those guys and gals probably in the paddock as well. Grace Haba tells us about some of the other changes here at Churchill.
Thanks.
We will see you soon. Thank you, Grace. You know, the party is a big part of Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby. And a lot of the partiers hang out right back here in the infield. So the big question is, how are they going to do it this year with all of these COVID protocols in place?
It'll definitely be different. And it's a little...
As you look there, the crowd is sparse today, but we knew that was going to be the case. It's just great to be back here. And we've got to talk about these horses that are in the big race of the day.
Yeah, Tom Lane is keeping an eye on the Derby contenders and the Oaks contenders, too. And by the way, I love this outfit.
Yes,
Oh,
Tom.
thank you.
Stud.
Yeah, a little pink for the Oaks.
Before you go, I want to read you a tweet that Lexi Ratterman sent a moment ago. At Tom Lane WDRB showing up, Chris Sutter at the Kentucky Oaks. Check out that pink suit. You look decent too, Chris.
Dropped his pen.
Little Lou Bega. Remember Lou Bega?
Yeah, Mambo number 5.
You may be the only one who remembers him.
Oh no, come on now.
Loved this song. Loved it.
Jude loves this song. He'll hate that he missed it.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I put this, I'm not trying to be negative, Nancy, here. I put it on the top 10 of worst songs ever made. Next to
Really?
Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh, we love that one too.
Oh, good.
Just for you.
Do you have the Macarena? I'll just do the last part.
Come on.
In this end? Yeah. Get it. This is WDRB Positive. Hi everybody, I'm Chris Sutter. I'm happy to be the guy at WDRB that gets to bring you the positive stories that matter just as much as the headlines that dominate the Louisville news cycle. So here we go. Let's have some fun. Mysterious drop-offs with no real explanation. The Nextdoor app went wild in Audubon Park. We caught the incognito deliverer in the act. Okay, think back to high school. How many of your high school friends do you still talk to? A couple, maybe? Well, dozens of Louisville classmates called each other friends forever years ago and still do today. Well, you hear this song and immediately know where it comes from. Meet the Louisville native responsible for the sound of Seinfeld. Best Seinfeld episode, by the way, either Man Hands or Festivus. If you see something positive happening where you live or work, please get in touch. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.
On WDRB News.
No more L's up for Neely Bendapudi in a surprise move just hours ago. We learned she's leaving U of L for Penn State. The news comes as rumors fly about the future of athletics director Vince Tyree. The latest on this developing situation changing by the minute. A shocking move at the University of Louisville. While rumors were swirling about the future of the athletics director, the school's president just took another job.
WDRB's Travis Ragsdale tells us turmoil at the university goes back years.
And this has really come as a complete surprise to today.
And now the big question is Vince Tyree leaving as well, Travis?
Well, and this even leads to more questions about Tyree.
It's about to get warm.
Hannah Strong is tracking when we'll see temps up to 70 degrees. Hannah.
Yeah, that's what this breeze is bringing us that night.
Metro Corrections officers may be getting a pay raise. The mayor's office made the announcement yesterday as a Metro Council committee discussed the recent deaths in the jail. Jail leadership, the FOP president, and the ACLU of Kentucky answered questions from the committee about how deaths happened in the jail and why the jail is in its current state. The FOP president says there's a correlation in staffing to deaths, while jail leaders say it's not a direct correlation.
Unfortunately, it's sad.
The FOP members will now consider the pay raise that the mayor's office is offering. Kentucky's social workers are getting a raise. Governor Andy Beshear says he's giving social workers and support staff a 10% raise starting on December 16th. The governor says it will cost $15 million. The money is in the state budget because 600 social worker jobs are unfilled. To recruit more social workers, the state is launching a pilot program that guarantees hiring within 1 week of application.
We're in dire that need us.
Beshear is also proposing a student loan forgiveness program for social workers since they're required to continue their education as part of their jobs. Well, things get testy in a McDonald's drive-thru.
How the whole thing started over a packet of Splenda.
And a car plunges into the Niagara River just 50 yards away from the falls. The tools rescuers had to use to pull the car out of the water.
So there are a lot of words in the teleprompter right now, but I'm actually not going to say them because you're looking at this picture and the biggest takeaway, rogue goats.
You just went rogue is what happened.
I did.
This is what residents in a North Wales town are dealing with. Normally the goats would get contraception injections to keep numbers down.
Let's let that sit in for a moment.
Think about it.
Okay, keep going.
But because of the pandemic, those were not given this year, and as a result, the larger than normal herd traveled into town searching for food. Officials say the goats will likely go back home once restrictions are lifted in the area.
That's probably not all they were looking for when they were traveling into town, I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Nothing, we're out of time.
That is hilarious. Oh,
yes.
That's what I would look like with a
It's not just me. Now, Jude, I feel like Jude may have rocked this in college. And Val, if you're not considering it after seeing this, what is this, clip art, I guess, technically?
Yeah, that's a lot right here.
You know what we need, Bryce?
What's that?
We need more cowbell.
Wait, you know what?
Always need more cowbell.
I'll bring. Oh no!
Oh no! We come. We prepared.
This is all you, my friend. Now we're talking. Love it.